Hi guys, welcome back to the Cozy Corner. Today I'm just going to do a quick video ranking the Harry Potter books from my least favourite to my favourite, and a very brief reason why I put them in that order. So let's get started. Before we start, disclaimer, because I know Potterhead will come at me. These are my own personal opinions on where the books rank for me, but I do love all of the books. There obviously just needs to be somebody in last place, and that for me personally is unfortunately Chamber of Secrets. Now, positives about this book: we get to meet Dobby. I love Dobby. I think he's cute, he's funny, he's a good addition to the Wizarding world. Absolutely love Dobby. Good plot twist at the end, who's opening the Chamber of Secrets and how it's done. Why it's ranked last place for me is it is just slightly too unbelievable for me. I know we are in a magical world, yes, I fully understand that, but you're telling me that a 12-year-old girl is capable of solving the mystery of the Chamber of Secrets when for 50 years powerful wizards like Dumbledore, McGonagall, the Ministry of Magic couldn't solve it? Things aren't quite adding up. But despite that, like I said, we get a new character, we get a couple of new characters actually. Not a fan of the Basilisk. If you're going to listen to the audiobook by Stephen Fry, the voice of the Basilisk and the way it's recorded and the sound is amplified does make it really creepy, which I do appreciate. But if you're like me and a bit of a chicken, maybe don't audiobook it before bedtime. A little bit creepy. But that is why Chamber of Secrets ranks last for me. In 6th place is The Goblet of Fire. Now, bear with me on this. I think this book is slightly too long. Just a couple of chapters too long. There are chapters that are really padded out. There are chapters in here that I consider filler chapters where they don't really bring much to the story and aren't necessary for the development of the story. I didn't like the falling out between Harry and Ron. I thought it was really petty. And then the other thing that really annoys me about this book is Hermione's obsession with SPEW. Like, full on obsession. And I feel it drags a little bit. Positives about this book: the Triwizard Tournament is a genius idea. I love the Triwizard Tournament chapters. The Quidditch World Cup, love that chapter. The twist at the end is really good. It's a twist that I feel does get ruined in the movie, but in the book it does read really well. We get introduced to characters like Winky, Ludo Bagman, what's his name? Not Cornelius Fudge. Barty Crouch. I just feel half of it is so well written, but then the other half is a bit of a filler. I do understand that you do have to pad some chapters out, but there are whole chapters in here that are just filler chapters. As I said, that's my opinion, and I still love the book, and I've read this one, I think I've read the whole series 7 or 8 times. There are certain books that I go to more. because I've read this one at least 7 times. The next book I have contradicts what I said about Goblet of Fire, which is where I said bear with me. So in 5th place is book number 5, The Order of the Phoenix. I personally think this is the perfect length for this book. I loved having the Order of the Phoenix on one side, and then we have Dumbledore's army on the other side. I loved Umbridge being in the middle of everything. We meet Hagrid's giant half-brother Warp. There's Thestrals, there's new characters, we meet Luna Lovegood. Isn't that insane that we don't meet Luna Lovegood until book number 5? She's such an iconic character, that's crazy. I loved the action that took place at Hogwarts, at Grimmauld Place, the Ministry of Magic. I really, really enjoyed this book. To the point where I can't really think of negative to say about it, apart from, because it is so long, it does take a long time to read. And I do prefer books that I can get through quite quickly. I don't like the relationship between Harry and Dumbledore in this book at all. Like, big red flag. Did not like that. Oh, we meet Bellatrix Lestrange in this book as well. Such iconic characters. We meet so far along in the series. It's crazy. I didn't particularly like the occlumency classes. I thought Snape was a bit of a bully in those. But overall, it is a really, really good book. Which leads me on to position number 4, is The Philosopher's Stone. The only downside I have to Philosopher's Stone is the length. I wanted another 6-7 chapters because, hear me out, for the first 7 chapters we read about Harry's childhood. Harry doesn't get to Hogwarts until chapter 7. This book only has 17 chapters, so the whole school year is written into 10 chapters. We arrive at Hogwarts, you have a potions class, you blink, it's Halloween, there's a troll, you blink again, it's Christmas, blink again, find out about Nicholas Flamel, blink again, we're at the end. I just wanted it padded out more. I wanted another 6-7 chapters to lengthen that school year and find out more about Harry and Ron and Hermione and everything they got up to during their first year, because the introduction to the Wizarding world is beautifully written. There's so much information about the Wizarding world in those first, chapter, what was it, chapter? Bear with. Keys. Chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 6, it's so jam-packed of beautiful descriptions about the Wizarding world, but then we rush through the first school year, and that really annoys me about this book. But good things about this book: we meet Harry, we get introduced to Diagon Alley, we get introduced to Hogwarts, we meet witches and wizards, there's a 3-headed dog, there's a teacher that's evil. It is a really good introduction to the Wizarding world and to the world of Harry Potter. Just wanted it to be a slight bit longer. Which brings me to my top 3. Now, I really struggled with the next 2. For me, the next 2 are interchangeable. And they are Prisoner of Azkaban and Deathly Hallows. I'm going to put Prisoner of Azkaban in 3rd place. And to be honest, I can't really fault it. No, I can. I didn't like the disagreement and the fallout between Ron and Hermione. Like, I understood why they fell out. I just didn't like the way it was handled. Apart from that, good length. This is the length that I wanted Philosopher's Stone to be. But beggars can't be choosy. We have the night bus. We get introduced to Lupin. There's Dementors. We get the Patronus charm. We get loads of Quidditch chapters. There's so much about Quidditch in this book. It's amazing. You know, Harry blows up Aunt Marge for goodness sake, and then gets to live in Diagon Alley for 2 weeks. Who wouldn't want to live in Diagon Alley for 2 weeks? I know I would. There's this amazing twist with Peter Pettigrew at the end that we find out that Sirius is innocent. There's so much amazing writing in this book. The time travel sequence. Oh my goodness. How do you even come up with that concept and write it in a way that is so easy to understand? But I know that people have had the concept of time travel before, but for me this is the easiest explanation of the time travel sequence. I just, love this. The Mulder's Map, brilliant. I just found it a really amazing book with very little to fault on it. And then Deathly Hallows is also a book that I can't really fault. I did dislike Ron's walkout. I thought, oh my gosh, the spine in this is absolutely, I don't know if you guys can see, it's cracked. So I went through a phase in my early teenage years where I read this. This was my summer read every summer. When I say it was my summer read, I would read it, finish it, and start it again. So I'd read it 2 or 3 times each summer. This is definitely my most read Harry Potter book. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Ron. I just feel it. I understand his frustration. I do understand. Do I feel that he needed to walk out? No. Did he need to walk out for that long? Absolutely not. I just feel it was a little bit too dramatic. But apart from that, cracking book. It ties up a lot of loose ends that have been left through the rest of the series. It answers a lot of questions. There are some questions that are still left unanswered. We have a fight with Voldemort. We have the Golden Trio, the first half, they're not even at Hogwarts. We have the Battle of Hogwarts. We have the Prince's Tale. We have, there's so many amazing things that happen in here. Yes. Chef's Kiss is an epic finale to a wonderful series, in my opinion. Which leads us to my favourite Harry Potter book, and that is The Half-Blood Prince. Oh my goodness. I think the only bad thing I can say about this is the movie didn't do it justice. The movie did not do it justice. There is so much in this book about Voldemort's childhood and his teenage years and his ancestry that for some reason just did not make the film. and it's sad because it could have built up so much more for the grand finale. But anyway, I'm not ranking the films, I'm ranking the books, and this is brilliant. So we have Voldemort's story in one hand, we have Draco's dilemma. Doesn't he kill Dumbledore? What's he gonna do? He's trying all these different ways and none of them are working for him. He's growing more and more frustrated and scared. We have Dumbledore and Harry going on these adventures, hunting Horcruxes. We have Snape, who turns out to be the Half-Blood Prince. We have Slughorn. Maybe that's another downer to this book. I'm not a fan of Slughorn. That's a me problem, not the book's problem. No, we have Slughorn teaching potions, and for the first time ever, there's a potion teacher that's favouring Harry. I know he gets favoured by some other teachers, but Harry starts to do well in potions, and in the end he finds out it is actually all thanks to Snape. I just don't have the correct words to do this book justice. I listened to this one a lot on audiobook because Stephen Fry is amazing narrating it, and the way he narrates the chapters about Voldemort's childhood and ancestry, the first time I heard it, it made the hairs on my arms stand up. It gave me chills. It was so good. So for that reason, this is my favourite Harry Potter book. So let me know down below what your favourite Harry Potter book is, what your least favourite Harry Potter book is, and do you prefer reading the physical book, the audiobooks, or a bit of both, which is what I do. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!